Welcome to another edition On the Bench with me, Gary Denyer, in the Luthier's Lair. Yes. And now, I have on the bench today a model I made a long ass time ago, maybe 6-7 years ago. Thanks, wherever you are, there you go. And yes, it's the Gazzbass Tomcat, which is no longer in production, but I still have one model. And, you know, I said I wouldn't sell it, but I'm a bloody liar! So, I probably will sell it, but it's got a problem. There's a bad earth. Bad earth, yes. So let's go and have a little look at her, shall we? Have a little look at her. Or him. Tomcat. Let's have a little look at him. And, yeah, see what's wrong. Shall we? Come on. Come on. What else are you doing? Well, don't answer that. So here we are, folks. Gazzbass Tomcat. I have it plugged into my... Oh, thanks again, guys. I have it plugged into my crap bass amp, and as you can hear, there's a distinct hum going on, which makes me think there's a bad earth in it somewhere. So let's try and trace this down. Put our hands on strings. Oh, it gets louder. That means that my body resistance is lower than the resistance in the cavity to get to ground, which is not a good thing. Yet the noise reduces when I put my hands on the controls. Oh yeah. Something seriously going on here. It's picking up RF from all over the place. Look, we're going to have to strip this off. Let's get a good look at her, shall we? Let's go. I mean, it's a nice standard 20 frets, kind of special P-bass setup with the double humbucker at the back instead of a single. Yeah, let's open her up and have a look, shall we? Let's have a go at her. A get at her. A get at her, not a guitar. A get at her, I think, is the phrase. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so what I did find is, when going through all this, I found the bridge wire was not correct. Not correct. Not going to ground properly. And there was another couple of ground issues in the circuitry. I think I've resolved it. I'm going to go and get my multimeter now, just to make sure continuity is okay. Put it into continuity mode so you can get a beep. And actually these screws in the pickup here should be connected to ground, which it is. That should be ground. Ah, there we go. There's a floating ground here. There certainly is. I wonder why that is. Let me just check. That's good. Yeah. And the bridge, yes, is making contact. So there's a ground issue in the pots, the volume pot, which should be connected to ground. Okay, now we got it. This here daisy chains all through the circuit. When I do that and that, it should be beeping and it's not. That's the problem. Oh, excuse me. So we're going to put a wire from this to the chassis here to ground it, and we'll be okay. That's what we'll do. Awesome. Yeah, so what I've done is I've taken the ground that's already on the pot there. I've spliced in another wire, and just a little piggyback off there, pigtail I should say. I don't know why they're called pigtails. I've tinned these wires and I'm just going to solder that together. Yeah. Nice and easy, does it every time. Obviously I put the heat shrink on first, so what we do now is just pull that together like that. Heat shrink on. That connects up to the other piece. Take that out of the way. Get the heat gun on. Wait till it gets up to temperature. It is now at 735 degrees mark. So I'll just shrink that on. And we're done with that part. So it doesn't burn the base. So put it through, and this is nice, and this part now is going to get soldered, or if you're from my part of the world, soldered. Yes, that's actually what they say here. Soldered onto the chassis. It'll fold under. So I'm going to put it about here. And the way to do that is, where the hell is my tape? Hold on, I'll be right back. I promise to be back in time. See, there you go. I was. So get that out of the way. Put this down here. Put a piece of tape in here. Sorry, I'm obscuring you right now, but I won't in a minute. There. And that's a good place for that to live, and that's not flat enough. Sorry about this, wasting unnecessary footage here. That's good. Got a piece of bare wire there, some solder, clean up the tip. A dab on there, on the end. Go back then, heat that up. Let's put a lot on there. There we go. Done. Tin the tip. Tin the tip. Oh yes, tin it. We're done. And that should be, now that should be noiseless. I hope so anyway. Let's go and put it together again and see. Brilliant. Okay, so we're good there. Remember how I didn't have any continuity between the ground of the volume pot here and the ground of the actual chassis of the base? Well, let's just check that now. And that is delightful. Everything's good. Let's go and put it together. Okay, she's all buttoned back up again. Let's she's plugged in. Let's switch on my lovely Ibanez IBZ 10B practice amp. Slight buzz, and the volume's like 90% right now. And I've got this on both pickups. My tone is way up. Mids, actually. Yes, that's mid. Bass and trebles up, and volumes max. And see, when I touch the controls now, there is no buzz. And there was before. I touch the bridge, no buzz. When I touch the strings, there should be no buzz, because that's the completion of the circuit. Nothing. Just strings. JustStrings.com. Awesome. Anyway. She works. let's have a play at it, shall we? Yeah, so the old strings and everything on it, but it's back to life. There's no noise at all now. It plays quite well. Let's see. Still haven't quite learned that yet. P-bass sound. It's great at impersonating a bass P, a P bass even. Yes, that's what happens when you work too much, right? So. So it's good. Yeah, I'll learn the rest of Sex in a Pan, okay, and I'll play it properly. Anyway, thanks again for joining me from on the bench in the Luthier's Lair. My name is Gary Denyer. Hope you liked what you saw. If you didn't, well, I can't do much about that. So, as usual, stay safe, be good, and catch you next time, folks. Cheers. Bye-bye.